2017 Chevy Cruze Premier Hatch.
2017 Chevy Cruze LT Diesel.
I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob,
and we're going for a cruise. So I've got gas, you've got diesel.
Yes, but we both have the RS package.
But mine's a hatch and yours is a sedan.
Yeah, so the hatch definitely looks a lot better than the sedan.
Yeah, have you seen the spoiler on this?
Yeah, that's part of the RS package.
That is a considerably large spoiler.
Both of these have the RS package, so you get body kit, you get fog lights. On the hatch, you get bigger wheels, so the package costs more on that one. Since we're talking about the front end, we've got our resident headlight expert, Yuri. Yuri, what are your thoughts on these headlights?
I actually really like them. They've got a nice hard outline, and they kind of look like the Kia Soul Turbo, maybe Range Rover kind of headlight outline.
Yeah, they do. They're actually pretty aggressive for this kind of car.
Yeah, RS badge, what does that stand for?
Rally Sport?
So we can go rallying with these or not really?
I don't think so.
I still don't fully understand badges.
Hey, but they put two of the fastest letters in the alphabet together, so.
Well, I mean, in the 80s, my old Camaro, right? Rally Sport was like the bottom trim.
Yeah, but now it's like the top trim of this. But it's the bottom trim of the Camaro.
I don't understand, but I'll figure it out. Do you like the look of the Chevy Cruze?
I like the look of the hatch way more than I like the sedan.
Agreed. Looks-wise, I think my favorite parts are the front fender line.
Yeah, it's got all these swoopies.
Yeah, the way the trunk swoops in as well, that looks good. And it swoops into the fake grills on the back so that people don't point out that the fake grills look like fake grills like they do on the Civics.
Yeah, people like to complain about the Civic ones, which I think I complained about.
Overall, I think the looks don't oversell the performance of the car, and I think that's one of the best parts.
You know what you're getting when you look at these cars. You're not gonna get a super high performance sedan or hatch, but you're gonna get something that will get groceries just perfectly.
Taillight wise, the taillights on the hatch are a little cooler than the ones on the sedan, but I mean, that's kind of expected for hatch versus sedan.
You know what bothers me the most about the look of this car?
No.
The chrome.
Yeah, I don't really like chrome, you know that.
There's so much chrome on both of these cars, and it actually cheapens the look.
Okay, what's your solution for the chrome then?
Chevy actually has a red line package, which blacks everything out, and it looks so much better, solves all my problems.
If we were to have a theoretical drag race, who would win?
We'd actually be dead even, which is weird.
So the diesel's got more torque?
The diesel has way more torque, 240 torques.
Yeah, I've got 177 in the turbo gas.
But you have more horsepower. You have 153, and I have 137 in the diesel, but you feel torque. Yuri, does your gas one feel like it's turbo?
Not really, it kind of feels just like a normally natural aspirated car.
Yeah, which is great. And this diesel, you feel so much torque at low RPM, it's pretty nice. I have no problem with the engine or the transmission in both of these. The transmission is really smooth. The diesel gets a 9-speed auto, and you get a 6-speed auto in the gas.
Okay, this doesn't have like Tiptronic kind of stuff.
It kind of does. It has the weirdest Tiptronic system I've ever used.
It's mostly just for going down a hill and picking the gear you're in.
Yeah, so you don't actually adjust it. It has these clickable buttons on the shifter. In D, they do nothing. So you have to put it into L, and then you can go through the gears, but it's more of a gear limiter than it is a shifter.
Speaking of shifters, I hate how the shifter doesn't line up with the letters.
I completely agree. It's the dumbest thing ever, but it's also so frustrating for no reason.
How's handling? It's acceptable for what the car is.
It's acceptable, yes, but it's not up to the standards of like a Civic or an Elantra Sport or something like that. You have no idea what the front wheels are doing at all because the steering wheel feels completely disconnected. It's so loose. It's really comfortable, it's really smooth, so don't drive it fast and it'll be completely fine.
But are they in the same ballpark for price?
The hatch, because it's the Premier, is about $31,000, and the diesel is about $32,000 because it's got an additional package as well, the True North package.
So what do these Cruzes have that those other cars don't?
I don't even know.
Wi-Fi. Think about that. This car has a Wi-Fi. It's a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Yes, it is.
Which I think is super great, but this is another phone plan you're adding to your life.
Yeah, you have to pay a monthly fee to get it. It's cool, but you have to pay for it.
So this being a hatch and yours being a sedan, we did the box test in both, and...
9.
9? Yes!
6.
Close the trunk.
6 in the sedan and 9 in the hatch.
If you don't plan on folding down your seats ever, you get a lot more room in the sedan trunk than you do in the hatch trunk.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, let's pull over so I can drive the diesel. I want to go over the nitpicky stuff that I do and don't like in the interiors. Spoiler alert, there's a whole lot that I do like.
Yeah, I actually really like this interior too.
And then another thing we want to do, we want to call some real people, actual real people, and see what they think of the looks of this car, because the whole Chevy thing is real people, right?
Yeah, and you do know some real people, so let's give them a call.
Hey, Connor.
Hey, what's going on?
You're a real person, right?
I would certainly hope so.
What do you think of the Chevy Cruze? We got the hatch and the sedan lined up for you.
Yeah, man, I think they look really, really good. Really cool lights. That front grille is pretty mean.
All right, thanks, Connor.
Yeah, no worries, man, but love the hatch.
Take it easy, man.
Yo, what's up, dude?
How's it going, man? You're a real person, right, Alex?
I am the realest person that ever was.
What do you think of the Chevy Cruze hatch?
I like the little the LED strips on the bottom of the front headlights. Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks for being a real person.
Cheers, dude.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
How many times I gotta tell you my name is Mark?
Okay, you're a real person, right?
Stop calling me. What in the world do you want right now?
You're a real person, right?
Yeah, an actual real person. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, we got the 2017 Chevy Cruze here. We want to know what you think of it.
You really want to know what I think of the 2017 Chevy Cruze?
Yep.
I think the goddamn thing would look better if it was on fire.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm glad you hung up on that guy. Hopping into the gas one right away, I noticed that it's a lot smoother. There's not that much engine vibrations.
Yeah, I noticed this one's a little more vibrating, a little louder.
Yeah, classic diesel, but it's actually pretty quiet once it warms up for a diesel.
Let me start this off by saying the infotainment looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Okay, it looks like somebody tried to knock off the very first iPhone operating system, but they really like gradients. And this happened in 2007. But it's very easy to use. I know where everything is. I haven't got confused once. And like, what more can you ask for out of infotainment?
It's honestly really intuitive. I have no issues with it other than the look of the icons, which is whatever, but they both have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and they work perfectly.
The navigation in yours shows buildings in 3D. And I think that looks so cool when you got like tall high rises and stuff.
Yeah, for a car this price, that's really nice to have.
Next thing, satellite radio. You cannot rewind channels.
I don't care, again.
It's pretty good. You can see everything. You can do like so many presets. And then another thing I like is the radio controls behind the steering wheel.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you figure out that your left side adjusts your radio stations and your right side does your volume, it's fine.
Between your gauge cluster, you have a lot of information. You can go to your info, audio, phone navigation, and options. Whenever you change a station, it'll show up there in the middle. You can show your speed, see your range. It's got a lot of range-friendly info options.
Yeah, speaking about the range makes sense because that diesel gets such good fuel mileage and the gas is pretty good too.
Yeah, you can probably get over 1,000 kilometers to a tank in this diesel.
Yeah, so if you care about fuel mileage, not gas mileage, get the diesel.
Yeah, and this is like one of the few diesels you can still buy.
Yeah, this is actually the only diesel in its class that you can buy now.
The next thing I love is the cell phone holder in the Premier.
Yeah, it actually charges your cell phone as well with wireless charging.
But it fits perfect. My big iPhone 6s Plus 128 gig rose gold with a case fits in there, no problem. Cup holders, they fit a small cup of Tim Hortons coffee perfectly.
Yes, this is the type of car that people will buy a small cup of coffee in.
Do you like the seats in the car?
I actually really like them. They're really padded. There's not much bolstering for your legs. It's kind of meant for bigger people, but side bolstering is pretty good.
Do you like the visibility in the Cruze?
I actually do like it. It's got this little corner thing, so there's no blind spots.
It's fantastic. I, in this diesel, have parking sensors and blind spot monitoring. However, you do not.
No, different packages.
Hey, Jacob.
What?
What if the sun was right here and we wanted to block it from our eyes?
Well, we'd have to do the visor test to see what that would do.
All right, let's try it out.
3, 2, 1. Ah, it works.
Perfect.
Good job, Chevy.
Hey, Bose sound system.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. Both of these interiors are actually really nice. A lot of soft touch everywhere. Don't like the chrome accents, kind of cheapens it, but I did notice in the diesel when it's cold, there's some creaking going on.
What do you think of like the hard plastic on the middle and on the sides?
You know what, for this price range, I can deal with it. I do like the contrast stitching. However, it's kind of funny that the contrast stitching is stitched kind of into plastic. Overall, everything's really intuitive. The Premier also has auto climate, which I love, and the center stack is laid out really well. You complained about the buttons in the Focus not having enough. Do you think this one has enough?
This solves everything. Even if the Volvo had this and then the screen above, like this amount of buttons is perfect.
I agree. I really like the layout of this. And we both have heated seats with these packages. In the Cruze Premier hatch, we also have heated seats in the back. The interiors are actually really quiet in both of these. There's not that much wind noise.
It's a little louder in the diesel, but I guess it's just a slightly louder engine. So these cars, they may not be super special, but there's absolutely nothing wrong.
Which one would you pick out of these two? I think I know which one I'd pick.
I'd pick the hatch.
I'd pick the hatch diesel.
But that's not one of these two, that's cheating.
I know, that's not cheating. They offer it.
It's not one of these two though.
Damn it.
All right, you real people, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below on which Cruze you would take.
And let us know which cars you guys want to see us compare, which trim levels between the same car, just like we're doing right now.
I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. This is a subscription break. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe right now. Subscribe. We didn't do that.